on this stage on internet pay-per-view for Angel Gate, in there with a 24-year pro in Missy Sampson. Referee Jay Hutchie assigned this contest. And we're going to continue here, Paul. We have to somehow reset after that title change. 2 Scoop Spinelli, the new champion. You have to think that either one of these ladies wants a solid showing here tonight to potentially put themselves in contention for that title.
That's exactly what it's all about. Who wants to be the champ when they want to be the champ. Our new champ was crowned tonight. Now these 2 young ladies have a chance to position themselves, because let's face it, the contenders list has now been scrambled with the win of Casey Spinelli tonight.
You know, Paul, interesting to note here, we've talked about our internationally traveled stars that are going to be on the card tonight. Kate Carney is a young lady that started wrestling out of Portland, Oregon, and spent the majority of her 6 years in this sport on the West Coast. She has just recently now started wrestling on the East Coast. And that's why I'm telling you here, this could be a tremendous introduction to the rest of the independent scene for Kate Carney.
Well, eventually they all want to come to the place where it is to be, and that's here at Angel Gate Wrestling.
Missy Sampson in a very foul mood. She does not look very happy.
She never looks happy. This woman has a chip on her shoulder from day one, and it just keeps getting bigger.
Made her pro debut in 1997. And Missy Sampson already endearing herself to this McKee Sport crowd.
Oh, without a doubt. But you know what? They're not going to win the match for her.
You know, for whoever's trying to heckle Missy Sampson, I'm going to tell you what, she is one of the toughest, male or female, you're going to find on the independent scene.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if she went out there and smacked that guy right in the teeth.
Collar elbow tie up here. Carney with the hammerlock. Transitions very nicely to that side headlock, and that's what I'm talking about when I tell you that Kate Carney has some real skills inside the ring ropes.
Yeah, smooth transition between moves there.
She's very agile, very fluid, knows how to transition from maneuver to maneuver, really knows how to build her offense.
Yeah, but a nice counter there by Missy Sampson.
Sampson is a real roughneck, Paul. She will punch you right in the teeth.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of surprised here that she's kind of feeling out Kate Carney right now. Usually it's just a straight punch to the mouth.
Notice how Missy didn't hesitate to use the hair in that exchange. Carney looking for a way to extricate herself here. Slaps on that front chantry.
And right back to the headlock. This young lady has some smooth moves, I'll tell you that right now.
Paul, if you can, you spent 25 years in the ring. How important are those fundamental maneuvers to really build on an offense and build a style?
Well, that's exactly what you need. If you're not fundamentally sound in this business, you're not going to go anywhere. You've got to know the basics first. You can do all the flips and flies you want, but if you don't have that base, you're not going to be a top competitor.
And nice agility from Carney to extricate herself from the wrist lock. And I believe that Missy Sampson was a little surprised there.
Yeah, I don't think she thought she would see that type of a maneuver out of her, the way she kind of smoothly flowed into that.
And that's that roughneck nature I was telling you about. I believe that was a palm strike right to the face before she sends Carney in the corner, which is, again, trademark Missy Sampson offense to grind an opponent down. No finesse, all impact from Missy Sampson. Look out! As I said, no finesse, all impact.
None whatsoever there. Well, she's disrobing Kate Carney here. Not sure what that's all about.
I believe Missy Sampson trying to play some psychological warfare.
Either that or she likes shiny things. I don't know.
Sampson hesitated. I believe she may be a little frustrated in this matchup. Maybe she underestimated Kate Carney. But again, a thumb to the eye is going to change things rather quickly.
The great equalizer. That Three Stooges eye poke gets them every time.
Mo Howard would be very proud, wouldn't he?
Thank you. I'm showing my age again, Jim.
How was it back in 1939?
Thank you.
And here's that 24 years of experience coming into play. Missy Sampson using the ring as a weapon.
That's it. She knows what she's doing in there. There's no two ways about that.
There are very few athletes that know how to use the ring as a tag team partner. And raking the face across those cables, that is nasty, Paul. You can speak to the very abrasive nature of those ring ropes.
Oh yeah, that's hard steel wire just encased in hard plastic rubber. That's going to leave a mark every time.
And again, just yanking on the hair follicles of Carney. Every roughneck trick in the book.
Yeah, the technical aspect has gone out the window now.
And notice how Sampson won't let Carney out of the corner whatsoever. Again, keeping her exactly where she wants her to be. And Paul, I don't want to sell Kate Carney short, but this may be a short night for her.
It's looking that way right now. If she doesn't figure out something soon, she is going to go to be on the loser's end of the pay window, that's for sure.
Oh, wrenching and twisting, contorting the neck. This is nasty.
She is so far, Missy Sampson has really been able to use that ring as a weapon.
Kate Carney, I don't think that she expected this. But here's a sense of urgency here from Kate Carney. Nice agility there, as we said in the opening moments. Kate Carney cannot allow frustration to slow her momentum here. This may be her only chance to put Missy Sampson away.
And just like that, the veteran pulls off a move, and she's back on top.
Avoided the contact there. Ripcord. Into the DDT. Beautiful transition. Shoulders down, driving.
That was close. That was very close.
Carney is shocked, and quite frankly, so am I. She hit that DDT absolutely perfectly. And if you're Kate Carney, what do you do now?
She's trying to pull out all the stops, and nothing seems to be working to keep Missy down.
Missy reverses. And I believe just drove her jaw first into the knee.
That's it.
Forget about it.